Hello Twitch and YouTube, this is Knight of Misfortune playing some more D&D. We are back for our campaign Tale of Maros. This is going to be chapter 3, so I'm going to be reading the whole chapter 2 summary, which is quite big, so you're going to hear some Russian accent. But first off, I'm joined by our 3 players. We are going to attempt to find a 4th new one. But for now we have Yankel, aka Rake. We have Miles, aka Lucian, and Kalen. Oh, wow. Heidi, aka Kalen.
You always think of me as Kaylin?
Yeah, I know. Always think. So I got a
Wow.
question. I got a question for Miles first.
Mm.
Do you want to share? Did you get it yet? Did he reply?
Oh, yeah.
You want to share it, or is it
Um,
like under non-disclosure agreement?
no. Um, I am I've been offered a position as the national manager to look after all the StarCraft events in Australia, to organise
Nice.
events and everything like that.
Wow,
That's awesome, dude.
that's
Yep.
great, man.
Yeah.
So,
Is that
yeah.
shirt for the job?
Nah.
No.
That
Your
was the
picture's really
closest shirt that
pixelated,
I
by the
had
way,
here before I
Miles.
woke up.
Yeah,
Sorry?
you just want to look sexy for your Maros.
Yeah,
You're all
that's it,
pixelated.
really. Screw the, it's not the events, man. It's D and Maros. That's where it's at.
Nice. All right, so no one leveled up, so we don't have to take care of that. Oh god, my light just flickered.
You tweet that we started?
Yes, I did. Oh, no, I did not. I have the post ready. I just need to send tweet
Okay, good do.
and tweet. Cool. All right, so let me get started with this summary. All right. Session number 5. YouTube episodes 24 through 29. This was a while ago. We haven't played forever. Anyhow, journeying into
We
the
got through a
mountains.
lot that night, though.
Yeah, we did. Journeying into the mountains proved harder than it seemed. Ill-equipped, the party pushed on. Eventually, the party climbed to the top of the mountain to find a narrow ice ledge twisting around the peaks, leading north. As the day drew to a close and their energy was nearing the lowest point, they came to a bridge crossing, on which they saw 3 ice figures. With their energy running low, the party engaged the ice figures. The icemen materialized weapons out of their hands and attacked the party. With mighty strike, Lucian thunderclapped one of the warriors. This strike, although very powerful, generated a thunderclapping sound which caused the snow in the peaks to shift and the icy breach to crack and break. Racing with time to beat the avalanche, the party managed to kill the remaining 2 icemen in time to flee the certain doom. With the last glimpse, they managed to see 2 figures watching them from behind. The party started to descend from the mountains. At this point, the dark cloud of Tidal Valley was behind them, and they were in the clear. They decided to make camp for the night and replenish their strength. They continued the next day to eventually come to a fort. All gates were locked, and only one guard at the top of the wall greeted the travelers. They managed to persuade the guard to let them in for the night. Lucian sought the general for the information about what was going on and learned that there were armies to the south laying siege to Tidal Valley. These armies took over Elzaphin, God, I can't even say my own name, forest, but were not but were not interested in pushing north, having set their eye on something else in Tidal Valley. A guard approached Lucian in the evening and handed him a letter left for him at the wall, but this letter was not shared with the party, so the contents still remain questionable. Lucian suggested the party head out north to Villa Fort the next day, and they journeyed for Buma the following day, obviously. The journey through the plains proved easier than expected. After entering Buma, a trumpet was heard introducing the arrival of Noel Steelfurrow, Prince of Steelfurrow Kingdom. Vernon decided to meet the prince. The prince recognized Lucian as the Prince of Kingdom of Lubeth and arrested him for suspicion of subterfuge. He took the rest of the party, except for Rake, who hid behind, for questioning.
Like a boss.
Yep. The next morning, Kalen and Vernon were informed that the trade was made with the King of Lubef. Lucian would be traded for the body of Lillian Steelfurrow near the border by the twin cities of Roth. Kalen also found out that Lillian used to be engaged to Lucian before her untimely death, which was blamed on Kingdom of Lubeth. Session 6. The prince's caravan left the next day and journeyed for 3 days towards Twin Cities of Roth. During the second night of travel, Kalen discovered that Vernon mysteriously disappeared. The caravan arrived at the exchange point, and the trade was conducted in silence. Lucian was brought to his father, who seemed very surprised to see his son, and said, "I thought my son to be dead." Lucian requested that his friend Kalen accompany them on the journey to the capital, Deroof Point. Ray continued to linger in the trees like a pussy, looking for opportunities for rescue. Just kidding. The king, the king and our two adventurers journeyed to Willer Fort. The party found out that Tinal Valley, known throughout the rest of the lands as Death Valley, is known place of sorcery and trickery, controlled by a wizard named Rav. The king was curious as to how the party escaped the magic. Lucian admitted to making a deal with Onim Hawk, to which the king seemed less than pleased. Meanwhile, Rake decided to send a second scout bird into the fort. It failed, and he continued to observe from the trees. The next day, the king's caravan moved out towards Strath. Rake ran ahead and met the caravan. Kalen asked Lucian to make a request that the king allow Rake to join with the caravan. Together, the party journeyed to the Roof Point. On the journey, Lucian found out that his mother was dead and his sister was away with her husband in the kingdom of Lumbar. You probably did not know that yet because
Lumbar?
Lumbar, yeah. A large
Is it the back?
Exactly. A large feast was held in honor of Lucian's return. Upon arrival to the palace, a woman ran up to the king and kissed him. Upon inquiry, Lucian found out that her name was Rosanna. The next day, Lucian was called by his father. The king asked him to investigate a strange and highly contagious disease called blue fever in Starport. This disease manifested itself with pale blue pallor that can be seen in the victim's face, hands, and neck. The skin in this area also became flaky and drew flies and other vermin. For this task, the king offered the help of Ritul, a human cleric of the palace who knew more about the disease. The cleric created an antidote that would protect them for 72 hours from the deadly disease. Lucian agreed to aid his father, and the party set sail that evening. They arrived the next day to Saralport and set the ship 1 mile away from the shore. They decided to investigate the mansion on the mountain. They were admitted by 2 armor guards and met the lord of the town, Mr. Waller. The lord seemed to be unaffected by the disease and could not offer much information about it. Outside, the party was met by a small, weak man who said that Starport's population was reduced by 80% over the past few days, and that Mr. Waller was the only one who seemed to be unaffected. The party decided to check the dock records, but found that they have been searched. Whoever was doing this was erasing their tracks. Lucian decided to return to the castle, but this time no one let the party in. Deciding to force their way in, Rake climbed the fence and broke the chains to let the party in. 2 guards emerged from within the house. Both had a faint light emanating from underneath their clothes, and upon death, their bodies disappeared. The party dispatched these 2 foes and entered the house. Mr. Waller
Rake is
was...
frozen.
Huh?
Rake is frozen.
Rake is
Am
frozen.
I?
Yeah, you have a bit.
I think it's moving.
Scaring poor
It's okay.
Kalen.
I'm still
Hopefully I
reading.
said right.
I'm
Go
still
ahead.
reading. I told you this was going to be long.
Oh yeah,
Mr.
I am
Waller was
trying.
waiting for them at the top of the stairs. He welcomed the party once more and said that their second meeting was inevitable. He slowly started walking down the stairs, at which point the party began to see a change in his appearance. His hair changed color to red and grew in length. His clothes changed into a dress, and woman features began to appear. As she touched the railing to the staircase, she left a mark and a smoke rose behind her hand. Welcome to Starport. God damn it. Session number 7. This is the last thing, I promise. The beautiful woman walked down the stairs and greeted the party, and in particular Lucian. She didn't seem to be interested in talking much or confronting the party directly. She continued to walk towards the balcony while her appearance changed once more. She grew wings and leaped off the balcony, leaving a trail of smoke behind. The party investigated the house and found the dead body of Mr. Waller in his study. In addition, they found a wooden staff floating above the ground, surrounded by a green aura. Leaving the house, they were met by a group of zombies outside the gates. The party decided to exit through the back and make a run for the docks. Cleaving through zombies, they managed to escape safely. The party debated on how best to handle the situation with the staff. The debate got very heated when Rake pointed his crossbow at Lucian. Lucian attempted to make a grab for the crossbow, but stumbled on the bench of the boat and fell into the water. Rake quickly rowed away, leaving Lucian behind. Reaching the ship, the rowboat was turned around by the crew to retrieve their prince. Rake had no choice but to return. They eventually agreed to tow a separate boat behind the ship in order to be sure that the threat was contained. Back at Roof Point, Lucian requested for a wizard to identify the rod. Marlin, great name by the way for a wizard, met them at the boat and inspected the rod. He said that he can easily dispel the curse on the staff and that there was also a special fire property which could be activated by a secret word, which is still unknown. And by the way, Lucian, you're still at 21 out of 21 because of that curse thing that she cast on you. Remember? As she was flying away,
No.
she talked to you in your head, and
It was like 4 hit
you felt
points.
weakened. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
weakened by. No, it's actually I think it was 6 because he was at. Oh no, it was 4. It was 4.
No, I was 25 out of 25.
Yeah, so you're at 21 out of 21 now. Lucian had not taken Rake's actions on the rowboat lightly. He immediately sought the royal guard and ordered Rake's arrest and took him into the dungeon. The guard informed Lucian that the king rode off to lead the armies in the south to fight the dark armies which seemed to have already conquered Steelfurrow Kingdom. This was a very fast unfolding of events. The army managed to completely decimate Steelfurrow Kingdom in just 2 days. During the night, while the party was resting, Lucian was awakened by a guard. A rider from the south brought Lucian the sword of his father, signaling that the death of his father and the defeat of the army. The players had held council to decide what the best action would be, and they decided to flee to the main continent and seek help from the other races. As the party was leaving the town, however, the party was met by a character named Fires, who Lucian seemed to trust. Fires led them to his campsite, and he had a prisoner who the party recognized to be as Noel Steelfurrow, the Prince of Steelfurrow Kingdom. Eventually, Fires led the party to a stone circle which teleported them to the White Sage Islands. There they met Arya inside of the temple, who offered answers to the party. They found out that the dark armies were from the Free Sisters and were in fact of demonic origin. The White Sage were a keeper of the land of Maros. They became interested with the player characters because the orb they have acquired previously was most likely an artifact of the gods. There were previously 5 such items scattered throughout the lands after the War of the Gods over 5,000 years ago. A creation of a new item after so many years of the gods' absence or involvement was a mystery. Arya said that the party's past have earned them the meeting with her and the information said so far, but that to be given greater knowledge and opportunity to rid the land of these demonic armies, the 3 adventurers would have to become part of the order. She offered a rite of passage quest which would take the party into the grotto of the hidden things. The party would have to retrieve the 3 crystals, 1 for each member, and bring them back to
grotto of the
Arya.
hidden things. Oh
Yes.
no!
And that is it. The party was debating what their course of action would be from there. And I think we are all set. That was a lot
But we
of
don't have Rake. He's restarting.
tongue twisting
Yeah.
words. Anyhow,
Good job.
I did forget to send you guys the map again, so let me resend the files, and I will show the map on stream in a second, so you guys don't have to worry about that. I made a bunch of new maps. I have to thank Nico Neal for suggesting names. He's watching right now. He's an awesome dude. Let's see what else. Neil? No,
Is watching now?
no, Neil. Nico Neal.
Okay, so that's who that person is. Cool.
Yeah. He is also modded my thing now. So.
I see. That's why I was like,
Yeah. Cool.
I'm trying to download, but
Let me show off the map. Oh man, that's a lot of. So.
Them noises.
Yeah, them noises. I'm also gonna have to fix the cameras, which is wonderful. Who is this? Alright, we're just waiting on Rake. I apologize. Oh, that's me, actually. Okay. Damn, those noises. Select region. This is Lucian. Well, actually, I can't do that yet because Rake is not here. So let me go back. The map is also on Facebook, so if you guys want to see that, I'll post a link to it. To my Facebook page. And you can find the map right there. And all in the note that I just read as well. Oh, where's chat? Where's chat? Here we go. Alright, let me go offline here just for a second. We'll wait for Rake and we'll be back.
Okay.